It was great to have the sunshine return across the Delta today. I know a lot of the kids probably took advantage and went out to the pools today because it definitely got warm as we moved throughout the afternoon hours. That heating did produce a few of those fair weather puffy clouds this afternoon, but those will begin to die out as we go through the evening hours. Temperatures are beginning to fall off a little bit as we push into the evening, as we're now down into the mid-80s in Greenville, still hanging on to the upper 80s in Greenwood and farther to the south down around Jackson and Meridian. But the big story today has been the lower humidity levels, thanks to the dew points now falling into the lower 60s. You can kind of see where the less humid area is. It's more right around 82 and to the north, as we even have some 50s for dew points, but still upper 60s the farther south you get, as they're still tapping into a little bit more of that Gulf moisture. And so on the dew point explainer, you can see after being right around the oppressive and very humid levels for most of last week, we've now seen those falling all the way down more into the tolerable and getting close to the pleasant levels, and that's where we're going to remain over the next several days. So it's going to be much more comfortable to be outside and enjoying the sunshine here that we're going to have in the Delta. And the reason for the sunshine is we have a high pressure building over Oklahoma, and that's going to continue to dominate our weather for the next couple days. But you can see all this rain up and down the East Coast. That's all thanks to what is now Tropical Storm Colin, and it is going to drop close to 5 to 8 inches of rain in some of those areas, which will cause some flooding concerns. The latest on Colin has it with winds at 52 miles an hour, just about 130 miles to the south-southwest of Tallahassee, Florida. It is moving off to the north and northeast at about 25 miles an hour, so it is racing for tropical storm levels and will quickly race through Florida tonight and make its way through Georgia as well and get back over the Atlantic by tomorrow afternoon, clipping the Carolinas as it does. But as you notice, a lot of the moisture is out to the east of this system, so once it gets over into this area, the heaviest and worst of it will be out over the oceans. Just some of that lingering stuff will be back through the Carolinas, so that is some good news as we go over the next 24 hours or so. But with that, the National Hurricane Center still has tropical storm warnings out for much of the Gulf, through the central portions of Florida, and then all the way up the East Coast through the Carolinas up into the Outer Banks region, where they could see some wind gusts near 40-50 miles an hour, which could cause some localized power outages in those areas as some of those trees fall onto some of those power poles. So we'll have to continue to monitor that situation. But the good news is it does look like this will be a fast-moving system and kind of move out of the areas as we go over the next 24 hours. Back here in the Delta, we'll see our temperatures fall under clear skies tonight into the mid-60s, so a very comfortable evening. A great night to open the windows and let some fresh air in. It's been a while since we've seen temperatures this cool for overnight lows. Then as we go throughout much of our Tuesday, it will be another warm one as temperatures will climb into the upper 80s for just about everyone. Some areas could maybe even touch 90 degrees tomorrow afternoon. As we roll into the evening tomorrow, temperatures will be falling to right around 80 degrees by 8 p.m. And then as we head towards the overnight hours, this will fall all the way down into the mid-60s by Wednesday morning. And then as we head into the afternoon, a secondary cold front. It's going to be a dry cold front will move through, but you're going to notice temperatures a good bit cooler according to this model come Wednesday afternoons. Will only be into the lower 80s. I still think we maybe could get into the mid 80s on Wednesday, but you're definitely going to notice some much more pleasant air move in for Wednesday. The other thing, with all the sunshine, we do have extreme levels for UV index, and just make sure you have the sunglasses, hat, and sunscreen if you are outside for extended periods of time. 87 for Wednesday, 89 as we head into Thursday. But then as we head into Friday and through the weekend, we see 90s making their way into Delta, and it looks like they're going to stick around for some time. So finally starting to see that summer heat make its way in across the region, and then by Sunday and into Monday, that heat could maybe spark a few afternoon thunderstorms, but right now those chances still look relatively low.